Hey, Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Makakodash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the elect throughout the four corners of the earth who are pushing and teaching this word in truth and in sincerity. Alright, so, something like that, that inspired me to go into this lesson in particular is because I heard a conversation between two dudes earlier. You know, kind of some younger guys. All right, and one dude was asking the other guy to come do something, and then the other guy said, hold on, I'm gonna go smoke real quick. And so the other dude says, you know, he jokingly said that he doesn't hang out around sinners. And then and here's the point right here, is he said, well, Jesus died for a reason. And man, ain't that the thought of our damn people, man? Well, Jesus died for a reason. You know, he died so I can commit this sin. That is completely off, man. That is the way of error. That is the path of death. I mean, I'll be straight up with it. Alright, this is Hebrews 10 and 26. So you know that that's a bad act, right? So you know that that's a sinful act. You know, because our bodies are like a temple, you know, and smoking came from the heathens. In the book of Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, it says to learn not the way of the heathen. All right, so our people should not be smoking or or anything like that, because it defiles the temple that the Lord has given us as well. This is Hebrews 10 and 26. For if we sin willfully, look, see, because there's a difference between sinning on accident and sinning willfully. All right, so the Lord knows your heart. You know, like let's say, man, you're super fucking busy, and then you accidentally put some in the toaster on the Sabbath day, but then you realize, because I've done this before, I'm like, oh shit, man, it's a Sabbath. I take it out, man, put it back in the freezer, or put it back in a loaf of bread or something, man. All right. But that's an accidental sin, and so then you pray for forgiveness after that. It says, for if we sin willfully after that, we have received the knowledge of the truth, which it's a bad act, man. Okay, it's a sinful act. It says, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. See? But our people, man, they're all about doing sins willfully, because there's this false doctrine that's being pushed out. Basically, that you can do whatever the hell you want as long as you call upon Him. Which, how many times, have we gotten the scripture that says, not all who say unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but they that do the will of my Father. But they that do the will of the Father. All right, and that's and so that's living by righteousness and fearing Him, and living according to His ways. Tells us that in Baruch, the 4th chapter. I'll start at the first verse. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." Look, see? And so that's why that I made the point at the beginning of the video that that's a path of death. All right, if you were going to, to sin willfully, okay, these plagues and punishments that are going to come upon the face of the earth, they are going to devour you, as it said. You know, it says, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversary. And if you sin against the Lord, then guess what? You know, then you are an adversary of the Lord. James 4:4, and it says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. And so, what are the popular ways of the world? You know, going in the ways of the heathen. Okay, eating pork. Piping some other dude's woman. Okay, defiling the Sabbath day. All right, all kinds of things, man. And so those who be of, who be of the world, those in Christianity, I know what I'm doing is wrong, but Jesus will forgive me. A completely false knowledge has been pushed upon the people, man. Esau's been a wise devil to do that, man, to keep the people in a sinful mind. But because they also teach that the old law is done away with, so you don't have to follow any laws, but just do as thou wilt. So everybody has that spirit on them to do whatever the hell they want to do. What is that? Romans 3:31, I believe. Yep. Romans 3:31. It says, do we then make void the law through faith? Okay, because that's all people do now, is say, oh, just keep the faith, but you don't gotta do no works though. But it says in James that faith having not works is dead being alone. So in order to prove your faith, you have to have works. And what's the works? Keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. It says, do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid, yet we establish the law. All right. And so if the law was done away with when Yahushua returned, okay, I got a few scriptures here pulled up. Then how come after he healed someone, why did he say sin no more? If the law was done away with, and sin, and there is no more sin, then how is judgment going to go out? How do you identify who is evil and who is good if there's no sin? Because what sin is the transgression of the law. So how are the transgressors going to be punished if there's no sin? That don't make no damn sense, man. John 8:11. I'm gonna just get right to the point. It says, she said, no man, Lord. And Yahushua said unto her, neither do I condemn thee, go and sin no more. All right, jump back, John 5:14. It says, afterward Yahushua findeth him in the temple, and said unto him, behold, thou art made whole, sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. But this is why that our people are destroyed, man, for the lack of knowledge. Hebrews 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because people don't want to take heed to the scriptures like this, because then it creates a form of discomfort. Okay, they feel like that there's a certain boundary that they can't pass. Because they're so used to living without boundaries, and so then they'll have some kind of guilt, and that guilt is going to bother them. And they don't want to live like that, man. People don't want to be, held accountable. People people cast accountability and responsibilities behind their damn back. And it's like, nah, man, I worked all fucking week, man. I'm gonna go smoke some weed, man. Fuck that, man. I'm gonna chill out. Go ahead and do it, man. But when the Lord returns, it's gonna be your ass. Especially if you were told, and there was a cat that walked by, like last month or 2 months ago, by the camp. He stopped, and so we spoke to him, and and the brother Bayan, I believe, um, he had asked him if he smokes weed, and the dude said yes, and so we basically went into why he should stop and brought out the scriptures and everything, but in one ear out the other, still gonna go smoke. So hey, so that's a sin after you have received the knowledge. And people ultimately know that it's not the right thing to do anyways. This is back in Hosea 4:6. It says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy children, I will also, or Salakia, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on iniquity. And that's what our people do, man. They set their heart on doing evil shit, man. Okay, bro, it's almost like they get off to it, man. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people, man? But this is why the scriptures say that judgment must first begin at the house of the Lord, man. Okay, which is Israel. Okay, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And actually, yep, Hosea 4:1. And it says, hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. So, hey, I'm going to go back to Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. So how is the law done away with if the law endures forever? And actually, if you get Malachi 3:16, I believe that is, or 3:15, Malachi 3 and Malachi 3:6, Salakia. It says, for I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So if the Lord don't change, then why would he give Israel laws and statutes and commandments to live by, which is supposed to make them a greater and better people? Okay, they are put there for us, because it's like the way of class, man. Okay, just consider that. When our people keep the law, statutes, and commandments, we are of another fashion, we are on a so much higher level. We are healthier, we are smarter, and we thrive a lot more. Because the law, statutes, and commandments are given, for things to thrive, to have peace, and to live, and that's why the kingdom is going to be so damn perfect, because the elect are going to govern the earth to keep it in order and in righteousness, just to keep it perfect. So that's why the fruits are going to be the sweetest they've ever been, man. All the food is going to be the best, all the water is going to be the best, all the creatures are going to thrive, the trees are going to damn sing, man, and be happy. Everything's going to be happy, man, and thriving. But in the state of this world, everything is in a state of mourning. It's in Proverbs, right? Let's go. Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." You know, so that's why you get the whole world that is in a state of mourning. Because the laws and statutes and commandments have been casted behind the backs, man. You know, this is the whole duty of man. This is your whole duty, man. This is Ecclesiastes 12:13. It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." So there are no works that you do that are not seen, man. Everything is recorded. Alright? Back in Baruch 4:1. "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All that keepeth shall come to life, but such as leaveth shall die." So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.